to Success Made Simple. I'm Anthony Kovic. Tonight I have Franklin Cruz. He's one of the promoters of In the Trenches. And In the Trenches is a seminar organization designed to help people learn about real estate and its entities. Franklin, thank you for coming by.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Now, before we get into what you do in helping people in the Tampa Bay area learn and educate themselves in the real estate business, what's going on, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born in New York City. I was raised by a single mom. And after living there for a couple years, and we moved down to Florida. My mom worked extremely hard to give us a lifestyle that I didn't need anything per se. And from there, went to school, obviously, just like everybody else. You know, I wasn't a homeless person. And went to school, graduated from Bloomingdale High School. From there, joined the military. And I spent an awesome time in the military. 7 years I spent in the military. Served in Operation Iraqi Freedom, which is still going on. You know, support the troops. And from there, when I was in the military, I started getting a nick for real estate. And it's just been going on. I've been doing real estate now. It's almost been 9 years.
So 9 years you've been into the real estate. Now, what is it about real estate that you really find the passion for?
To me, it was more freedom. You know, being born in New York City, you see a lot of big buildings. You see a lot of buildings that you're like, wow, how did somebody pay for this? How did somebody even do the construction on this? How did it work? And when I saw these big buildings, I came down to Tampa, and you know, honestly, my family is a very poor family, and I was just like, you know what, there's got to be more out there. And so I kept on reading all these successful people they dabbled into real estate at one time or another. And I said, you know what, probably this could be my niche. Probably I can change the face of my family when it comes to being poor, and we could change our financial status. Let me give it a try. And so I was in the military. I said, you know what, I'm not going to re-enlist. I want to start doing it part-time, and let's see what happens. And, you know, 9 years later now, it's been an awesome time. It's been a great ride. We'll just kind of see where it goes.
Now, it's because your background is being, you know, from a poor family. Education is an important part of, you know, what you do. Is that one of the reasons why you started an organization to help people learn more about how to educate themselves and better themselves?
Definitely. I mean, when I went to school, I was in what they call the Boom Boom class. And Boom Boom class stands for SLD, Slow Learning Disability. So from first grade to 11th grade, I was in SLD. And education was a very difficult thing for me. What I found out in 11th grade was it was more laziness than anything. So me and my partner, Corey Donahue, we decided to say, you know what, there's got to be more out there when it comes to education for real estate. You know, and it's got to be entertaining. You know, it can't be something boring. Because even when I was in school, you kind of learn a little bit more from the entertaining teacher than you do from the one that's kind of like, you know, the
technical
guy. Yeah, very technical and very precise. You're like, okay, you're falling asleep. You know, and so that's exactly what we decided to create in the Trenches seminars.
So the seminars, are they designed as an income revenue stream, or is it mainly for the purpose of training and developing more community?
Well, you're always trying to look for income streams because obviously you've got to keep on moving forward. You got to make it better every single time. I can honestly say every penny that we've made from the seminars, we've put it back into the next seminar. Like this weekend, we have a seminar. We're sold out, thank God. But we're already putting that money back into for our April event, and just to make it better, you know. And it is pure education. You know, you go to a lot of seminars, and the reason why me and Corey created it is because we went to so many seminars, and it was just a sell-a-thon. It was basically, you know, you're not, you know, you've got to buy this project, and we're not going to get up until you buy my $3,000 product, and they'll, you know, keep you hostage for 2 to 3 hours, selling you. And I was like, man, there's got to be more to it. Why don't we do an educational part? It's not a sell-a-thon, it's great education. And that's really our motto also in the Trenches.
Now, do you find that repeat, you know, attendees are coming back because they're getting what they want, and they're learning more than they are being peppered kind of with, you know, sales pitches?
100%. first of all, 65% of the people that are coming to this event this weekend bought tickets at the last event 3 months ago. And I truly believe it's because the way we treated them. And, we have a reputation to protect when it comes to, we're not trying to have people that are speaking to them that are just going to sell. Even though they need to make money and they do have products, which in the back of the room they could talk about those products if they like. But we're not going to hold them hostage. We're not going to pitch them to death. They really need to learn about real estate and education, about entrepreneurship and financial freedom. And so we put them in an atmosphere that I truly believe is almost like the Ritz-Carlton of seminars. You're going to get treated like if you stay at a Ritz-Carlton. A lot of people haven't. I've been very blessed because somebody blessed me with a hotel ticket. Honestly, I wouldn't spend the money there if somebody didn't bless me. So when I went over there, first thing they say is, how you doing, Anthony? Everything's going okay? You're like, man, how do they know my name? And everybody knows your name. They're like, oh my goodness, thank you so much for being here, Mr. Cruz, Mrs. Cruz. Is there anything we could do to help? Whatever you want, and then they call you in the room and they say, hello, sir, I know it's, 8 o'clock at night, but is there anything I could help you with? And you're like, wow, this is unreal. It's just, everything is just such a, you never forget when you stay at a Ritz-Carlton. That's why people keep on coming back. That's how we are doing in the trenches. You're never going to forget the time that you were in the trenches because you get treated such a good way. We have butlers on standby on the sides. If you need anything, you just raise your hand. Because I never wanted anybody, you never know if that 1 second that you got up to get a drink could have been that one time the speaker was saying something, and that was your breakthrough in your business. And you're like, oh, I just forgot it because I got coffee. So what we did is we got butlers on the side. We got everything taken care of. And it's a first-class event, very first class.
Now, how long are these events? Are they a week long? How long do you process these seminars?
Well, the seminars itself is about it's 2 days right now.
Oh, it's a 2-day event.
2 day, all day, 8 to 6. Last day we actually hold a networking party, so it's a little bit later. But it's all day, very intensive. I mean, it's just education. And then you have a manual and everything else that you go through. Now, the preparation for the event is basically from one event to the next event. Those 3 months span is preparation for the next one for us.
Now, how many speakers? I mean, 8 to 6. That's a tremendous amount of time to keep people there.
Actually, we have this event. We have 10. Last time we had 14, which 14 was too many speakers.
So 10 speakers, and are they all going to be speaking on real estate? How is that? How are the speakers, broken up into? Is it different areas of the real estate business, or is it strictly real estate?
It's not strictly real estate. I believe, first of all, real estate is a business. So if you don't know the basics of entrepreneurship, you're not going to make it in real estate. You need to know basic business skills because remember, your real estate is a business first. And so if you don't understand those fundamentals, you're not going to be successful. So we have people that are going to be teaching on time management. We have a professor that he teaches full time. He's actually got a PhD, and his thing that he teaches on is time management. To me, that's a big deal. We have somebody developing the skills within that you already have. So you're going to develop skills that you didn't even know you had, but we're going to show you, okay, this is what you're strong at, this is what you're not. And then we have a lot of real estate stuff also. We have also financial education in a sense of a lot of people say, well, I don't have that couple of dollars to spend on marketing, but they have a couple of dollars to go, do leisure things. So if they would have saved on the Starbucks coffee that they get every single morning, and they'll translate that $4 times 10, that's $40 they could have possibly spent on marketing, but they're wasting it on Starbucks. So we try to teach everybody those certain things so they can become better business people. At the same time, still transitioning their business into a successful business, real estate or whatever they want to do.